Hello again, awesomes. Welcome to our Project 1A assignment video. So I've already got it pulled up here, selected the Project 1A assignment sheet. All right. Brought it up here in Canvas already, kind of save a little bit of time. And kind of want to just show you a few things, highlight perhaps a few things for us to think about. And I think important for us to kind of know the reason why we're doing this, right? A lot of times, and I think, it still happens to us all. Kind of like you will be, let's say you're sent to a conference, right? Or you're sent to a talk, or you're supposed to find out more about this, and I need you to share it with us later at a meeting, or you need to write a summary of it to submit to your boss, or maybe to a group of people who are thinking about making an investment or whatever, and stuff that you're working on. It's very important. It's a very important skill, and I've kind of already assumed right now we're probably all pretty good with our summary skills, right? So we're going to make sure that we kind of understand that. And we're also going to really practice taking about some of this technical information and thinking about it for a non-technical lay audience, i.e. me. Okay. So make sure, like in this first paragraph is kind of what I'm summarizing in a way. Because remember, technical communication is a set of activities where we discover, shape, and transmit information. Now, depending on the audience, in this case, I want you to really be thinking about a non-technical lay audience. What do we need to let them know so they understand the article that you chose? All right, so we're going to practice strategies for summarizing, learn to present technical information to a non-technical audience. So we're really going to think about parsing out some of the jargon, defining maybe some of the terms we need to, but we ought to be careful about our tone because we don't want to necessarily offend anybody at the same time. So this is going to be very short, 1 to 2 page informative summary in a memo form, right? So if you've ever written a memo or seen a memo, right, the memos will have to, from, date, and what it's regarding, right? Very, very simple, basic memo formatting, all right? You can find some good resources if you need a refresher on what a memo looks like. There's some here in our Markel text. They might not be the same page numbers there. We just got this new book. And I don't know if they've updated these as they come directly from Wayne State. So if the page numbers are off just a little bit, I sincerely apologize. If I can get those changed sooner rather than later, I sure will. But they should be able to find them in the textbook. All right. Writing, presenting, right? So not only when we write an informative summary, with the intention a lot of times of a writing informative summary, it's not always someone's going to read it, but then there might be the anticipation is perhaps a follow-up discussion or, okay, I've seen what you've got written here. What even from then are the highlights? What are the details, right? How can we condense it down even more? And that's where the presentation comes in handy, right? So Project 1B, we take the Project 1A written summary that we've condensed some of this perhaps highly technical information, right? So maybe some technical jargon, in specific fields or specific disciplines that might not be common knowledge to our audience. So we try to condense that down in our written summary. And now we're going to take that and make a presentation, right? And that will be Project 1B. And that's where you record yourself, like I'm recording myself now, presenting that information very succinctly in a fairly short amount of period of time. Okay. So we're going to sharpen those skills, hone in those skills, practice those skills, okay, as we move forward. Also, please do make sure, I don't want to have a problem if you quote, right, in summaries. Obviously, you're going to have to either quote or you're going to need to paraphrase and do a lot of that. Just make sure that you are citing, right? If you do use something very, very specific and you copy very specific words, make sure that you do that, and also make sure that you include on the Project 1A on your written summary at the very end a link to the article that you chose, right? So I can click on it, read the article, and read your summary, okay? I believe that that's listed on here, but I just wanted to, yes, right here. At the end of your summary, document the original article as your source using APA style in a section entitled References. So right at the very end, if you've got the link for it, good, or you can just put it into the APA format, which should include the link. Then I can get to the article and take a look at it for us. Okay. All right. I want to say it's pretty straightforward. There are some challenges here, taking some of the technical jargon and thinking about, just make sure that we think about with our audience, and our purpose is to summarize, our purpose is to inform through this summary to a non-technical audience. All right. Okay, guys, I hope that helps. If you have any questions about that, do not hesitate to let me know. Like I said, we're going to sharpen those summary skills, and then we'll translate some of those skills into our first presentation for Project 1B. We'll talk about that more. All right, guys, we'll talk to y'all soon. Bye now.